Hey everybody, it's Oscar night. Grace and Mindy here with their big red carpet special. Coming to you from Linden Ponds, they have special guest tonight. It's gonna be special, even though their knees are beyond repair, and even though their producer Robert is so fat and is a lug. A big fat lug who's lazy and hairy. Yeah, it's the red carpet show.
Well, it's Oscar night and all the stars are out. Hello, it's Mindy Dunard with Grace O'Neillaghan, and this is our live red carpet special. Just to be clear, we're not actually on the red carpet outside the Nokia Theater in Hollywood, but rather we're at the red carpet in the Alzheimer's ward here at Linden Ponds, the only part of the building that has a red carpet. You make do with what you have,
That's right.
suppose. But tonight, it's not just about Alzheimer's, but this one is going to be about all-timers.
Oh, that's good.
As an all-time...
Now, folks, you've heard it all season long, and we're not going to disappoint with the Oscar special.
Yeah.
All those great segues.
Great segues, special guests. The place is abuzz. But of course, my special guest of all is my dear, dear friend, Grace O'Neillaghan.
Oh, bless you.
Gracie, how are you?
Well, I was a little nervous about today because, listen, this is with age, you gain weight, and you can't.
There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it. And I really wanted to fit into my wedding dress for this special occasion. It's the only nice dress I have. As you can see, it's a little tight on me. It's cutting off some circulation, but you know what? I feel good. But I will say that my varicose veins are beyond repair at this point.
They're beyond repair.
That's right. How are you?
Well, those varicose veins, one way or another, they always get you, I suppose. Right. I'm good. It was a good week. In order to prepare for the show, I looked back at past Oscar hosts.
Oh, how exciting!
And I stumbled across the one with Anne Hathaway and James Franco.
Oh, love those two.
Yeah, they're delightful.
Separately, they're great. Together, they're better.
Yeah, in their own way,
Sure.
They really did put on a great show. So I studied, I took notes, and I feel ready to go.
Well, if they can, not to toot our own horn, but if they can do it, I think we can do it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with this lineup of special guests that Robert, our
gonna believe
producer, has, you're not going to believe who we got coming tonight. We're going to get all the interviews, and this place is a buzz.
That's
or
right.
You could say a Twitter.
Sure.
Which we'll get to
Hey
later.
there. You're getting sharper.
Segue, give me all the candy.
You're like a Ginzu knife. You just
Oh,
get
wow.
sharper with age. I don't know if that's true about Ginzu knives, but you're sharp is what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you very much. I think that's about the highest praise you can get for sharpness.
That's right.
The greatest of the knives. So anyway, we got the Oscars coming up tonight. The category that everyone is talking about is who's going to win Sound Mixer.
That's right.
Let's pull out the nominees here. Let's see.
All right, let's see. Best sound mixer.
Sound Mixer.
I know who my favorite is.
Who's that?
Well, it wasn't nominated. Let's just put it that way. It was. I saw a film on the YouTube, beautiful film, where this guy ends up. Long story short, he gets Chipotle, and there's beautiful music behind it. But it put me to tears. The sound mixing in it.
Wow. I bet when that burrito got wrapped up, you could just feel them asking you if you don't mind paying extra for guacamole.
That's right, and I wouldn't mind because I was so moved. At that point, I'd pay extra for anything.
Tugs at the heartstrings.
I did.
But so just to be clear to our viewers, what I believe, so there's sound editing and sound mixing.
Is that right?
And to be clear about the difference, sound editing is when you edit the sound, and sound mixing, I believe, is when the sound crew kind of throws a mixer. And so they get together.
Best party.
Yeah,
is essentially what they're saying.
Exactly, best party, but specifically among sound people.
Right. Well, they throw the best.
They're the Ginzu knives of parties. There's no doubt about that. By the way, Jeffrey, my dear grandson, he's a freshman studying film.
He should be at the Oscars. I'm sorry.
You know what? He's so talented. I'm sure he'll be out there someday.
That's
He's
right.
studying film at Madison, Wisconsin. He's a freshman, and he's in the Smelter Delta fraternity house.
That's right. This has all been covered.
So Jeffrey and all your frat brothers listening, beyond repair, wink wink.
There you go. Hashtag.
Consider me winking at you. But so anyway, so I'm looking at sound editing and mixing here. Bridge of Spies was nominated for mixing, but not for editing. And I'm thinking, if you were the editor, for Bridge of Spies, you must just want to kill
You'd
yourself.
be steamed at this point.
You'd be steamed.
Yeah. Imagine, the household of the Bridge of Spies sound mixer.
Oh my God, the anger would just be beyond repair.
I wouldn't want to be the wife or husband. I don't know situation.
I wouldn't want to be on the same block.
That's right. Oh
It would
my
explode. But who do you like for the big category of mixing?
Boy, let me see the nominees here. I've seen all the movies, of course. In terms of, I wasn't at these parties, so it's hard to say. But I mean, I gotta imagine that the Star Wars party was unbelievable.
I bet that
I mean, all those creatures there, all the technology there must have been amazing.
Yep, 3D parties.
3D parties.
I bet maybe they kept the band of aliens who were like bum 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 bum. Oh, what a swinging party that would be. But you know what, though? I have a feel, and again, like you said, this is all hearsay, all speculation, but I think that Mad Max Fury Road must have thrown a furious mixer.
That is very observant of you.
From start to finish, that movie was heater skeeter, pedal to the metal.
That's right.
Why would they stop for the party?
That's right. They probably just, there's no script. It was just a party, and they said, keep the cameras rolling. This is great.
An unscripted party? Those are the best. I hate... Dottie Lamar does this all the time.
Oh, my God.
She invites us to these parties up in her room, and then she hands us
some sort of murder mystery or something.
It's a murder mystery. She hands us a script when we walk in the door.
The first time we walked in, she said, oh, my goodness, someone's been murdered. I nearly fainted. And then I saw some playing cards, and I was like, I know where this is going. Yep. And next thing you know, I think it ended up being Heinrich, but it seems to always be that way in his scripts.
He seems comfortable with the role. I will say.
He doesn't protest.
But yeah, then I think I'm gonna sit down at a party and just eat some wine and cheese and grapes and just kind of throw my feet back, and then suddenly I'm in a Colonel Mustard mustache. Yeah, and I haven't memorized these. I'm like, who am I? Marlon Brando?
Meanwhile, my M&M casserole's getting cold.
It's getting
no
cold.
One's touching it. It's like, who's the murderer? Who's that? I'm like, guys, it's getting cold over here.
It needs to be hot off the press so it can melt in your mouth.
That's right.
Instead of melting in your hand.
That's right. Or rotting in your fridge.
Or rotting in your fridge.
As in many cases, me.
Dottie Lamar, who might be stopping by later.
Oh, how exciting. What a teaser.
Now,
I will say this. We did somehow, and I don't know how we managed this. We haven't watched it yet, but we did get a screener for the Oscars. So it's there in the bin. I don't know how we procured it.
I always thought they were live.
That's what I thought. That's not the case.
They're just ready to be podcast.
That's right. So after this, we'll watch it. We'll see. Next week, I guess we can report how accurate we are.
That's why all the Oscar jokes are so outdated.
That's right. That makes perfect sense. This was shot 10 years ago. Yeah. This is a 2008.
I remember one time... Seth MacFarlane made a Chris Brown Rihanna joke.
Right.
And I was like, that happened like 5 years ago. What are you talking about?
But it was timely at the time. That's why it killed.
When they filmed it. It's like the crowd loved it.
When is he going to be back? You know what would be great? Him and Anne Hathaway and James Franco. All three of them.
Oh, that'd
just
be
tag teaming it.
That'd be wonderful.
Wouldn't it?
I bet it would be that kind of thing, where like sometimes I think it's a camera effect, but they all have like dark circles around their like right under their eyes. They've kind of the dark. Franco had that when he hosted.
That's right. Yes.
And I bet they come up with those dark like raccoon circles and just lay the place down.
Oh my God, the place would explode. Implode.
Your
choice. Dealer's choice.
Implode with the heartstrings just being plucked.
That's right. Because here's what you got. You got the warm, exciting charisma of James Franco.
Preach.
The timely, biting commentary of Seth MacFarlane. And the likable. How would you say that? Likable. Relatability of Anne Hathaway.
That relatability, of all those theater kids that were very obsessed with their summer drama camp.
That's right.
We all knew one.
Who would sing without anyone asking. Those type of people.
Just burst into song.
That's right. Whether in line at the bank or somewhere else appropriate.
Whether they were just outside your bedroom in your hall, in your bathroom.
Right.
My late husband, I miss him.
God, what a voice, though.
What a voice. But so we talked about the big one, sound mixing. Second most important, best picture.
Right.
We got 8 nominees.
I'll tell you who's got the best picture. This one right here in the room.
Oh, stop.
What a great picture of Jeffrey.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the picture of me and my Chiquita banana days.
Well, that one's in my wallet.
I was gonna say, don't. I thought I was missing it.
Yeah. Well, I loved it so much. You know that.
Well, you can have
And
it.
whenever I need I forget to take a dose of potassium, I look at my wallet and it reminds me. So, thank you.
Good. You know, like, I often take your word this. Consider us even at this point.
Even, sure.
I suppose. Equally sweet.
That's right.
You know what? There's Spotlight in there. You know, we're from the Boston area. This was about the church scandal.
Sure.
And what bothers me about this is that every single movie coming out of Boston these days, it like portrays us as terrible people.
Unbelievable.
There's church scandals, Irish mafia. But I'm so sick of Jeffrey, meeting new people at Wisconsin, and he says he's from Boston, and they're like, "Oh, what were you? A down on his luck altar boy? Did you do hits for the Irish mafia? Or are you a teddy bear that just won't shut the fuck up? Which one of the three?"
Whoa, hey.
Whoa! I'm heated. I'm getting heated here.
Relax. That's a new mascot of Boston, actually. That little teddy bear.
The swearing teddy bear.
We're not crazy about it, but the voters have spoken.
They've spoken. The elections are final. The numbers are
It's
in.
beyond repair.
It's beyond repair. What are you gonna do? Which one did you like the best at all these pictures?
Well, you know what? Let me take a quick look at this here. I need new prescriptions. I think I've seen all of these, but I'm not sure because this prescription is terrible. I'm telling you.
I didn't see all of Mad Max because I had a heart attack in the middle of it.
Oh, that's right.
That is not about my health.
No.
I swear to you, it had nothing to do with my health. It's just that exciting.
Well, they do say heart stopping. You got to take it seriously
was a heart
when they say
stopping movie,
that.
yeah.
That's right.
It came with a general surgeon warning at the bottom, which doesn't happen often.
Pregnant women shouldn't watch this film. I'd say my favorite was... Well, it definitely wasn't Brooklyn. I think that goes without saying.
That
I didn't
goes
even know
without
the
saying,
title
yeah.
alone. But
Brutal
probably...
city. Hot during the summer, frigid during the winter.
That's right. Well, I'll say The Revenant, and here's why. It's because
That's a good one.
you know what? I don't know if I enjoyed the movie as much as our commentary on that film. It was so spot on. It was like reliving the movie all over again in a comfortable, well, semi-comfortable. Those wicker chairs we were sitting on that day were just terrible. Eat through my legs.
Yes, my rump was just beyond repair for the next couple
I'd
days.
rather crawl into a dead horse than sit on
I'd
that
rather
wicker
crawl
chair.
into Robert.
That's right.
Who's probably bigger than a dead
That's right,
horse.
and warmer.
And more, yeah, more blubber.
That's right. So I'm gonna put all my chips, all my M&Ms on The Revenant, taking it home.
Okay. Don't be too
that what you
surprised
asked
if
me?
some of them are missing before.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna have less chips going in. That's for sure.
You know what
When
my
this
favorite?
one gets through.
You know what my favorite was? Loved The Revenant. That was good. That was a great memory for us.
Sure.
But The Big Short. I was a big fan because you know what I liked? There's all that like economy mumbo jumbo.
Right.
Mumbo jumbo that I never understand.
Mm-hmm.
But then they had those scenes where it's like Selena Gomez at a craps table, Margot Robbie just sitting in a hot tub, and Anthony Bourdain just cooking up an M&M casserole. It's something genius, I assume.
I don't think he's thought of that yet, but go on.
And they explain it to you in terms that you understand, so that you can follow the movie. Then the movie becomes really humorous.
Is that right?
If I were to pick a lineup, I would say, Danny Kaye, Clark Gable, and maybe like Squanto or something like. I'd want it to be like the three of them, like in their own environment, explaining it to me.
I wish every movie started by explaining the movie first.
Wouldn't
that be great? Just so you know what you're in for. By the way, in The Revenant, spoiler alert, you're gonna see some gross stuff, a lot of reading, and a lot of Frenchman's booty. Just right off the bat, so you know what you're in for.
Buyer beware. Or in the case of Jeffrey and your friends, have fun.
That's right.
I suppose. Who do you think was the biggest snub at this year's Oscars?
Oh my God. Well, I talked about the Chipotle commercial. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
But a bigger one than that, no, you know what? I take that back. Sylvester Stallone in Creed. Was he nominated?
He was nominated.
Oh, he wasn't snubbed?
He was not.
Oh my God. Well, somebody owes me $10.
Hey, big win for Gracie.
Damn it. All right. Well, good for him then.
So the biggest snub then is whoever robbed you at $10.
That's right.
in that bet.
I got to talk to that liquor store guy across the street.
Oh, Dwawe?
Wow. Yeah.
Never trusted him.
That's right.
For me, You know, a lot of people are saying Straight Outta Compton was snubbed. And on the one hand, I see what they're saying. I do like when a classic gets remade with an all-black cast. Like, 2 years ago, you had Annie remade with all black people.
Loved it.
And then with this one, you have that Tom Hanks movie, That Thing You Do, getting remade with an all-black cast and set in Compton.
Right. Now, the soundtrack are remarkably different.
Remarkably different soundtrack. That's but like, kind of its own variation on it, and I thought it was clever. But I saw that movie, and it has those like cheesy lines in it, like over-explanatory when like Dr. Dre's leaving the recording. I'm going into uncharted waters a little bit. I don't know all the names, but like, so Dr. Dre, I believe he's talking with Suge Knight right after he quits over irreconcilable differences. And Suge Knight says, "What are you gonna call your album?" And he turns around in the doorway, all dramatic, and he goes, "The Aftermath."
Loved it.
But for me, like that didn't happen. That conversation.
You didn't believe that?
I did not believe that conversation.
Are you saying that people in movies don't talk like people in real life? Is that what you're
I'm just saying,
hypothesizing?
If there was a movie about Jesus, a biopic, there wouldn't be a scene where Pontius Pilate says, "When are you going to come back?" And then he turns around in the cave and says, "I'll be back in 3 days." That doesn't happen like that.
He says, "I'm going to put this all in my book." And he says, "What are you going to call it?" The Bible.
The Bible.
You don't think he said that?
And who are the guys you're going to have write it? Oh, by the way, meet my buddies, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
We're starting a hip-hop group.
We're starting
a Straight Outta Nazareth.
Straight Outta Nazareth.
That's a sequel I'd like to see.
And forget the tax census.
That's right.
Our version of F the Police in that movie. So
that's your big snub.
That's the big snub.
You wouldn't stop talking about that movie for weeks, I remember.
Yeah, with that one being snubbed, and Idris Elba got snubbed, and there's been a lot of talk about a lack of diversity.
That's right.
At these Oscars.
Right.
Will Smith not in it, and you know what I'm noticing about all these nominees?
No, I'm not. Tell me.
This happened last year too. All the men wear bow ties.
My God.
They don't nominate a single man with a tie.
That's right.
With just a straight up tie.
You never see a guy up there with like a goofy tie or something he got for Christmas that he's obligated to wear.
Yeah, there's like snowmen trickled across it.
Something that
something fun.
Something that an office boss might try to wear to pretend that he's fun while he's cheating on his wife.
Yes.
That sort of tie.
Yeah, wear it to like the corporate training.
That's right.
Where everyone gets a little sunburned and it's a little bitter.
That's right.
But there's hot dogs.
And he says you can have one drink, everybody.
One drink.
Well, drinks only, though.
Just like a Dottie Lamar.
That's right.
One drink, 100 lines to memorize. But yeah, no bow ties.
No bow ties.
And then with the women, no skirts.
That's right.
Not a single skirt was nominated last year. I don't believe this year. If you look out there, it's got be all those Cinderella gowns.
That's right. I would love to see someone in a crop top in a just a nice jeans skirt, like they just got back from like a mall in Temecula.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Temecula shopping mall in Dedham, Mass. It's my favorite mall. Yeah, like give me some jeans, or give me like some fun pastel like Easter pants or something like that. That's when I was a mother. That's what that was motherhood to me. Just kind of having my mom jeans on, and being ready for battle.
That's right. And we can bake a pie in a minute and accept an award the next one.
Exactly.
I'd love to just one of those fashion reporters to say, "Who are you wearing?" And they say, "Laundry day." That's what I'd love. One of these days.
Who are you wearing? Fruit of the Loom. And nothing else.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Hey, we have our first chance here. Our first guest is coming up down the hallway
wonderful.
right now.
Hello.
Hey, it's Vivian Struhl.
Vivian.
What's going on?
Vivian, are you ready? You remembered a segment? You ready to do your segment here for the Red Carpet Special?
I'm not ready to deliver. No one reminded me. It's not on my calendar.
It's none of you, sweetheart. We told you yesterday.
Well, Robert went and told you. Robert, did you? Oh my God, Robert.
Of course. Find the source.
So help me, Hannah. Robert, the guests better be coming. Robert.
I better see George Clooney walking up that red carpet one of these.
Or at the very least, Heinrich, or get me somebody,
Yes,
Robert.
somebody. Jeez.
Jeez.
Vivian, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. It explains the moo-moo, certainly.
Yeah, I just about to go eat my supper. I was gonna chop up a salad with some red peppers, green peppers, and cucumbers.
Well, can you put that on hold for the segment? I guess I can.
Yeah, let's all right. Well, let's
geez.
ask you some Oscar questions.
Yeah, sure.
Like what are your favorite movies of all time?
Oh, geez, I'd have to ponder. Let's see. I'd say the original Flubber, the remake of Flubber, Stand and Deliver, the Sesame Street one, Big Day for Grover, and Cry the Beloved Country.
Wow, those really took me by surprise.
Yeah, that's a.
I just want to note that her first mention was both Flubbers. You don't expect that, do you?
You don't hear that often. I was expecting her to say liked the remake, didn't like the original, or something like that, but she liked both.
Yeah, I don't know what the order is, but one's better than the other, I would imagine.
Green goo is just her kind of thing. That and peppers, I guess. Who are some of your favorite actors and actresses?
Oh my God, performers. Once again, off the ponder. Off the top of my head, Ben Stiller, Miles Teller, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider. Jewish comedians tend to be.
Yeah, I noticed that. I did notice that.
Definitely a trend.
Let's see. Anything with Danny Glover, and like any movie with Val Kilmer, and River Phoenix.
Again, a lot of surprises. Ben Stiller is the first one. That's interesting. Again. None of the people from the movies that she listed, ironically.
Vivian Struhl, international woman of mystery.
That's right. There she goes.
You have any questions for Vivian?
Vivian, well, I guess that goes the obvious. Who do you think's going to take... what do you think of the Oscars this year? Let's just start with a basic question.
I think Chris Rock is really going to deliver. But when he's on the stage, I think I might take the opportunity to take a slumber. Just sit down with my pillow. And maybe wake up and make a sandwich with some liver.
She really took that question and took her own way, didn't she? Fairly answered it, I might argue.
Well, I guess we know why she was on our red carpet. We are in the Alzheimer's ward, after all.
That explains a lot there.
Vivian, wherever you're going, take care.
I think we know where she's going. The kitchen.
Let's
The kitchenette, more accurately.
That must be. So let's see. We have Mickey Caruso down the hall, but he's like 30 feet away. He's not going to get here for another 20 minutes.
All right, we got time. Yeah, we got time.
And let's see. We also got.
Gracie's got stacks of papers here. Like 50 papers.
You sure do, Gracie. We got.
Well, and during Oscar season, I like to talk in the third person. Just because it's just easier to differentiate.
To get in the mind of an actor. Steady there, ego.
I separate myself.
So let's see. We also got Evelyn Beauregard coming, right, Robert? Robert, you didn't tell her either?
Oh, my God. She was a big get.
Wow. Remember when we were talking about the sound editor's house from Bridge of Spies fuming right now?
I sure do, yeah.
That is small potatoes.
Boy.
Compared to how I feel with Robert right now.
I am boiling.
We're going to have to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Is the sound out?
He's nodding his big stupid head.
Nodding his big stupid head. I just want to stick a pin in it so that
My God.
it inflates. Robert, get in here, Robert.
Get in here. What are you thinking?
Robert, we need to get back to basics.
That's right. You need to take this seriously, damn it. This is no joke. This is the Oscar special.
Robert,
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking? Robert, the other 23 hours in your day, it can be a joke if you'd like. But when you come and work for me and Gracie, God damn it, I need you at your best.
Now, I don't like to curse, but you are a see you next Tuesday.
That's
right.
I don't want to see you any day right now.
Right.
With the way
I don't want to see you next Friday. Take the weekend off.
Robert, honestly, at this point, I would settle for a production meeting where you go, I have an idea. Oh, you know what? That's stupid. Never mind.
My God.
Because you're right, it would be stupid. But you know what? At least you would have an idea.
You'd finally have some self-awareness.
That's at least you chime in with something, Robert.
Jeez. And now, and you know, and get Gracie her blood pressure. Get Gracie her blood pressure medicine.
Get
and
it.
Mindy,
As soon as you get Gracie that Moxie
give me
soda,
a Moxie.
Moxie, and then the blood pressure, Robert. Get on it.
Because
snap.
I'm steamed. I'm like a couple of clams over here.
I'm
Steamed.
like a tea kettle short and stout right now,
That's
Robert.
right. I'm like an old-fashioned train.
You get us what you meet our demands, and then so help me, Hannah, you find us some guests. You understand me?
Jeez. All right.
Jeez, Louise.
Cheese and crackers, let me tell you.
Anyway,
I'm glad the listener doesn't have to hear that. All right, let's get back
I'm glad
to
they
it.
didn't have to. Sounds back on. Is it on, Robert?
We're rolling.
We're
live.
rolling, Robert. Are you sure?
All right.
Never trust you anymore. All right, so Robert's gonna
Grace and
leave.
Mindy. Oh, sorry, we already did that part. I was doing the theme song. I'm sorry, I got mixed up. Go ahead.
We can do it again. It was fun.
It was fun. No, it's okay.
But this will be a fun segment too.
Sure.
This is a brand new segment, and it's called Just the Facts, Ma'am. Brought to you by Papa Gino's, Boston's favorite pizza, Papa Gino's. In this section, Gracie and I will give you Hollywood and Oscar facts, and we'll take turns. We'll start with Did You Know at the start of it.
Okay.
Did you know Amy Poehler had to put on 18 pounds for her role in Inside Out?
Did you know that Gary Sinise had a twin brother that died in the womb?
I didn't know that.
And that brother was destined to be an actor. That's why he's so good.
How did they know?
They just the way he died was so dramatic. They reported.
Not a dry eye in the wall. People are very critical about Barack Obama and the economy. But did you know that since Barack Obama took over as president, there's been a 64% increase in movies about Steve Jobs?
Did you know that in 1946, the first fax machine was thought of?
Just the facts. Did you know that the cast of Straight Outta Compton has an ongoing hip-hop beef with the cast of Brooklyn?
Did you know that Hewlett-Packard has a great selection of fax machines? I'm sorry, I feel like I prepared. I thought it was just the fax. Ma'am, F-A-X.
Oh, it's... I heard the first
misread-
one and I was like, you know what? I'll give her one. But
I don't know. The first one I was just following your lead, and then I just went off my paper here.
two's a crowd, three's a bad, and well, that's okay, Gracie.
I got some other facts. Don't worry.
Okay, good. You can.
I apologize.
No problem. Did you know Renee Zellweger recently came in last place in a Renee Zellweger lookalike contest?
Did you know the movie Creed was originally titled "We're Sorry for the Last Two"?
That's not a snappier title. Did you know each of the Republican nominees was offered a role in the movie The Hateful Eight?
Mm-hmm. Did you know The Big Short is a contemporary update of the 1997 film Private Parts, starring Howard Stern?
I didn't. You know what? I got the sense as it went along, but I did not know that was official.
That's right.
Well, that was just the facts, man. That was a fun
And
segment.
you can take that to the bank.
We can take that is a check that we can cash. Robert, you know what? Good job on the research.
That's very
Robert.
good,
I
Robert.
do have
Thank
to
you
say,
very much.
Thanks for getting us those facts. Insider Mickey Caruso finally
got here.
Hey, Gracie, Mindy, how you doing, huh?
Hey, good to see you. Oh, what a sweetheart.
Oh, thanks. You're the sweetest. She's as sweet as one of those sweet Italian sausages. She's the best.
Please let go of my cheek.
Gracie,
You hurt my cheek.
oh, put 'em.
Always a charmer. What do you got for us today, Mickey?
All right, well, so I was out in Hollywood last week. I took a little vacation, huh? You know what I'm saying? And then
So far, so good.
So I was sitting on some insider meetings. Since the Oscars were filmed last week.
That's right.
And so right before I got some inside information, I found out. Get ready for this?
I'm ready.
I found out that Steve Carell was snubbed for Best Supporting Actor.
Wow. My God.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. This should be in Just the Facts. These crazy facts.
Oh, you want some facts? I got some facts.
Oh, yes, another one.
I'll bring you so many facts. I'll be like a Hewlett-Packard machine.
We
huh?
were just talking about that. You wouldn't believe it.
Where was that when we need?
That's right.
Saving
I
the
fudged
Davis.
it up earlier. It's a long story, Mickey.
So close, but no cigar.
That's right. Story of my life.
So
else?
the host, Chris Rock.
Sure.
Chris Rock, what a funny guy, huh?
Yeah,
he's a funny guy, just like his brother, huh? But he's gonna be wearing a tux.
Really?
In the opening number, he's gonna be wearing a black tux.
Now let me ask you this: bow tie or regular tie?
You know the diversity problem that the Oscars have.
We were just talking about that. My God, Mickey.
You should have been on this whole time.
Boy, are you a carpenter? Because you're hitting these nails right on the head. Let me tell you.
So yeah, he's got.
We were also talking about Jesus earlier.
There's this big diversity problem.
Sure.
And, you know, like for me, I'm just like, come on, calm down, just take some throat laws on jazz. Just get the bad taste out of your throat, come on. But yeah,
nothing better to take the taste out of your throat
than a nice sweet throat, Lizzie. And you know what else?
No, I don't.
I followed the execs out into the parking lot. I had to sit with them in the elevator and pretend to be a tree.
Paint me a picture.
But they were, you know, these busy Hollywood types. They're so busy. Yeah, they didn't even notice.
That's right, yeah.
So I followed them out into the parking lot, all stealth, you know, like a cat burglar, just like one of those burglars. And then, so I get in the garbage, garbage pail in the parking lot.
They still have those in Hollywood.
Yep.
Oh, Hollywood.
The streets are paved with gold. The parking lot's just filled with pails, And so the producers are talking, you know what I'm saying? And they told me that at this Oscars, there's going to be a musical number.
Wow.
Keep that on the QT, but there will be a musical number, and it will most likely be in the opening.
Well, I gotta tell you this. I gotta visit with my bookie.
They also said that Paul Rudd is going to go up there and do a bit that doesn't land.
Oh my! You wouldn't expect that from Paul Rudd.
I know he's
betting
so
1,000
funny.
here.
He's betting 1,000. I'm going to bet on that in Vegas. Big win for Mindy.
Big win for Mindy and Gracie.
Give us that money. I'm running out of Tootsie Pops.
I'm throwing that swear jar and I'm putting it all on black. Black ties, that is.
Black bow tie.
That's right.
Well, Mickey, I know you're not going to leave right away just because you move at a snail's pace.
Sure.
Just to be blunt. But your report was right on the money. And ladies, have a good night, huh?
Thank you.
How you doing, huh?
Okay. I'm fine.
We good, Mickey?
We're good, thank you, Mickey.
All right, that's good to hear. Right, take care, huh? Take care of yourself. Oh my goodness, our next guest is here.
Oh, hello.
It's our good friend, Oscar Barhammer.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Oscar.
Hey.
Thanks so much for coming by.
No problem, huh?
So, Oscar is
Hey, Mickey.
Oh, hey, Oscar. Hey,
Hey.
how's your mother, huh?
Oh, she's wonderful.
How's she doing, all right?
She's great.
She get that water noodle I sent her?
She got the one water noodle. That's
You
right.
got the noodle. Sit on the noodle, sit on the noodle. Have a blast. Splash some water, Give me a splash. Give me how about a smooch, huh?
Yeah, sure. Maybe later.
All right, great. If not, how about a couple bucks, huh?
Here we go.
Listen, guys, maybe finish this conversation later.
Yeah.
We got a segment.
Mickey
This
Caruso.
guy's always asking me for money.
Mr. Smooch-a-Mooch, Mickey Caruso. This is great. We got Oscar.
I'm here. Hello.
With some Oscar predictions.
Yes, that's right.
So first of all, best picture.
Best picture. Okay. Best picture. I'm gonna say is gonna be the Departed.
So you're saying,
That's right.
if I'm to follow, that at the after party, all the nominees are gonna get together and talk about the best picture ever.
You are very astute. That's right. That's exactly what I meant. At the Oscar party, everyone's going to talk about The Departed. I don't care what happens.
Boy, I feel like I really got to call my bookie after this.
What do you mean?
I feel like the Huawei knows bookies. He seems like that kind of guy.
He does. Yeah, that's right. He's got that color.
Yeah. Always smoking cigarettes and.
Should I go?
Oh no, Oscar.
Okay,
stick
sorry,
around.
sorry.
What else you got for us, Oscar?
Okay, I predict for best song, is gonna be there's gonna be they're gonna play people off of the stage, and some of them are gonna cry, and they're gonna go home and they're gonna take too many drugs.
That playoff music does get better and better.
It does.
Every single year, I have to
That's
think.
right.
Maybe this year it will be the best song.
I think so. I think it's gonna be the best song. It's gonna drive people to suicide.
Oh no. we
You don't want that now.
Yeah, better keep that out of this ward.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, I got my big prediction. Best director.
Drum roll, please.
Please. No, please. My ears are so sensitive. No drums, please. I just got back from the doctor. He says no loud noises. I predict Oscar night. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna drive down the 18th street. I'm gonna drive 18 streets. That's my prediction. To get to
That's
to
get
to the early bird special.
Productive night.
That's right. And while I'm there, the soup is not gonna be hot enough. I'm gonna send it back. I always do. It's always better the second time. I'm gonna come back, and it's gonna be Alejandro Inarritu for best director.
You heard it here. If you haven't submitted an Oscar pool yet,
Write that one down.
write that one down. You are
cement.
welcome. Write it in cement. Oscar Bahama.
I'm never wrong.
You were wrong that one time
Oh, well, yeah. That's right.
about when my granddaughter was pregnant, unfortunately.
That's right. Well, how was I supposed to know?
But bad in 990. I suppose.
What is that? Baseball?
You don't like baseball? That surprises me.
No. Why?
You seem like a baseball.
You do. You just got that color.
You got that color about you. Where you from? You didn't say. People never say where they're from anyway.
I'm from a little bit over here. I'm from a little bit over there. I grew up half of my life in Italy and half my life in Guatemala.
Wow,
What an interesting life.
interesting combination. Well, you know what? And an interesting guy to go along with it.
That's right.
Oscar Bahama, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome. Bye.
Oh, the stars are out. The stars
The
are out.
stars are out finally.
Look who's coming.
Oh
It's
my goodness.
Dottie Lamar.
Can you believe it, Dottie? You little minx.
You minx, Dottie.
Hello.
Dottie, who are you wearing?
Well, this is a rat skin socks, and a little hat that my sister made me. Yeah, I have some scripts for you, by the way. Here you go for the interview. There's your script.
Oh, for God's
And this. Oh my goodness, we don't need a script.
Dottie.
Okay, just say your line. Say your line. Ask me that, please. Come on. Say the line.
Boy, Dottie, you sure are beautiful. I wish I could look like you.
Well, why don't you come up and see me sometime for a makeup tutorial?
I plan to. I'll put it in my
Why are you
schedule.
doing this? Why are you reading it?
We need the guest at this. Gracie,
You have a line coming up, Grace, too. Don't worry.
Gracie, just play ball.
Gracie's mad.
We can always.
All
go
right,
back.
fine.
We can always go
Come
back
on,
it
come
up.
on. The script. Let's go. Hurry up.
She doesn't remember one day from another.
Yeah, we already did this. We should have this memorized.
Dottie, it's been my schedule to see you 6 times a week. It'll be a blast. You're so fun to hang out with. But I digress. Who are your big picks at this year's Oscars?
Ooh, my big picks. Well, I'm gonna say Barack Obama for president, and Henry Ford for vice president. Oh, sweetheart, you're confused. You are very confused.
She is.
My good. What do you mean? If you follow the script, I wouldn't be confused.
Dottie,
this.
did you?
What?
Did we miss one of your mixes? Because you sound like you came back from 10 in a row of them, right?
Oh, I don't know, but we should read this new script I wrote. It starts with this. Oh, hey, everybody, welcome to the party. Isn't this a great party?
Hey, Dottie, great party.
I was supposed to say this next line at the same time.
But
But
don't you dare walk out
that
that door.
Wow, that was weird. Why'd you guys say that at the same time?
You wrote it in the script.
You
first.
wrote it in the script.
You said
No,
simultaneous
that's the line.
in parentheses.
That's the line.
Okay, but this one is us together.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Don't go
there,
out that door because I am madly in love with you.
Your sweater. Oh, this sweater? This old thing? Listen, we gotta move on. Dottie, we can't keep doing this.
This is the red carpet special. There's something at stake here.
What are you talking about?
Dottie, understand the moment.
Okay, fine. Give me the scripts back. You guys script it up.
Dottie, Some of it was good. Some of it we did.
Most of it was hard to listen to.
Most of it was a little hard to listen to, but we hope your listeners at home are still with us. Dottie, you're the best. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Now, which way did Mickey go?
I think he went to the soda machine.
Okay, now I'm gonna leave a script here for you guys to study it for my party tomorrow. Bye. Boy, for weak knees, that girl can run.
She can move. She's a mover and a
she
shaker.
sure can.
She's like Tom Cruise in Jerry Maguire.
That's right. She's just like who you call when you box up all your belongings. A mover.
I never know who to call.
That's right. That's the one.
They're the best. Never know who to call. They are the best at moving furniture.
Can't be beat.
Oh no, we got one more guest tonight.
Oh goodness.
He's coming in. It's Arthur Fartesian.
Arthur, you cyphosaur eyes.
Grace and Mindy, the same can be said for you. You are both like fine wines that improve with age. The kind of wine I enjoyed at dinner last night with my dear beloved ball and chain Geraldine. We were out at dinner, the food sublime, the laughter ample,
Boy, he just went right for it, didn't he?
the conversation a treasure trove of the true meaning of friendship, the air conditioning slightly too crisp.
Well, all right. I didn't even have to ask that one a question, did we?
he jumped right in. That's good. Arthur, who are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing some khakis from Dockers, the creases perfected, the ankles slightly weathered from years of walking the paved streets of Philadelphia. My shirt is from J. Crew, the cufflinks from Izod, saving the collar, a recalcitrant one that likes to escape from the cage like a vicious tiger.
Boy, I tell you this, don't get a Twitter account.
He would
you
not
won't have enough characters.
Would not do well with Twitter. He needs Rite Aid receipt. So plenty of room.
You know what? Linden Ponds wouldn't do fare too well on Twitter either because there's a lot of characters here.
A lot of characters.
They wouldn't fit.
There's definitely more than 140
That's
characters
right.
at Linden Pond. So my understanding is, Arthur, you're going to give us your picks for Best Picture, performances, and cinematography.
Oh boy,
Is
3,
that
huh?
right?
Here we go.
My pick for Best Picture is Brooklyn, with a charming performance.
I can't believe he picked
I
Brooklyn.
know. What
A charming performance from Saoirse Ryan, her red hair radiant, glowing in your mind like an ember.
So that's how you pronounce it. Saoirse Ryan. I was
guess- I
always
thought-
wondering.
I thought it was cirrhosis, but I guess that's it.
Her smile sublime, her accent a chortling homage to the bonny banks of Lagloman. The tale weaves a yarn that in equal measure wrenches the gut, warms the heart, and softens the stool. As I was watching, I called out to my dear wife, Geraldine, retrieve me the
Boy, we
dustbin,
need the playoff band here.
for I have just been swept away.
I don't think we're gonna have all time to do all 4 actors in act.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it there, I
Arthur,
think.
you're going a little long, but
That's right.
give us Best Actress and
As
Best Act.
succinctly as you can.
As
please.
succinct as you can. Keep it nice and tight.
My pick for Best Actress is Brie Larson from Room. Her panic palpable, her tender love for her son reminiscent of a Norman Rockwell painting of an American chipmunk suckling at its mother's faithful bosom. And my pick for Best Actor is Leonardo DiCaprio, who says more with an anguished squeal and squirm than Orson Welles could say with an order from an Arby's menu.
And I guess you have a cinematography. A lot of people go with Hateful Eight. Do you agree?
Yes, it was pretty good.
All right, asked and answered.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was
a
that was
pleasant-
surprising, yes.
What a twist.
Please.
All right, Arthur. Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thanks, Arthur. Well, that was Arthur Fartesian.
That was Arthur, his first and last.
You know, Arthur's an interesting guy, though.
He is.
When he was younger, he hosted a show called The Greats. which
that right?
which Glenn Rock hosts now.
That's right,
On,
that's
on CNBC. And there's old interviews with him that are fascinating, and they're about 5 hours long, I think. And those are just the greetings.
But wait till you get to... It's like a Mark Maron episode of his podcast.
Yes,
You gotta skip a bit to get to the good part.
Wait till you get to the meat. You won't be sorry.
That's right.
The Oscars are they're really well known
Yes.
for the great speeches. And I thought maybe we'd give it a try. If we won an award, what would you say when you, if you won an Oscar for your
every
speech?
little boy and girl practices this at one point or another, holding a shampoo bottle.
Yep.
Am I going first? All right.
Sure.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate me in winning Best Supporting Actress. Now, I didn't have to take my top off to win an Oscar, but I'm glad I did, because I already got 2 Golden Globes. And now I got my Oscar. So thank you. I'd like to thank...
Jeez, the Weymouth Middle School band is in the rec room. And
Is that what that was?
they totally interrupted your speech.
Oh man, that's okay. I was just gonna go on about my breasts. So you can do yours. That's okay.
That's gonna leave a lot of broken hearts out of our listeners. But all right, I guess I'll go on to mine. I'd like to thank my good dear friend Gracie.
I didn't get to thank you, by the way, but I was gonna. But go ahead.
I'm a little upset about that.
I was gonna. I swear.
But I'm a professional. Shake it off. But seriously, I want to thank my dear friend Gracie.
Jeez.
Whenever I need support, her jar of Werther's is always filled to the brim, just like her heart.
Wow.
And I can never thank you enough for that. I want to thank my grandson Jeffrey.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
For
Here
being-
come the waterworks.
I'm gonna try to keep it together. But my dear grandson Jeffrey, for always driving me to my jazz class.
Oh God. I'm sorry.
They're playing again.
It was getting so good.
Right in the...
It was getting so good.
I was gonna talk about how I nearly considered suicide when I was 27.
That's right. You don't have time now.
They played me off at the
jeez.
worst part. But anyway.
Oh well.
Well, okay.
Those will be. We'll put those up somewhere
We'll put them up somewhere.
on the bulletin board in the rec room.
Speeches were cut off, but
Yes.
speaking of being gone too
Oh
soon,
jeez.
the Oscars every year they have an in memoriam,
I hope those segues never die. Go on.
and if they do, I hope they get a nice ovation
That's right.
at the Linden Ponds annual summer party, like they deserve.
As long as Dottie's not coordinating, but I digress. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, our Linden Ponds in memoriam, Ralph Brusetti,
Johnny Ghani,
Stephen Shainwalt,
Rebecca Romaine Jamos,
Mark Shainwalt,
that little Asian boy,
Sue Casa,
Jeremy Kraken,
Robert's Metabolism,
the mood at last year's party,
Francis C. Altwater,
John C. Riley,
H. Patterson. You know what's funny about him is that his first name is ATCHE.
Is that right?
And then the middle initial H. H. Patterson.
Just to be clear. Old Faithful, which was that 94 Buick we had outside.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Freddy Krueger.
Ronnie, the Hitman Jackson.
Sally, the overly mayonnaised sandwich. Sparetta.
Melanie Griffin, Senior.
My knees.
My data plan.
Edward Staplehands.
The Thing.
Bruce Poster.
Poster Bruce.
Arthur Corey. Henry Rick. Sally Stamos. Arthur Dick. Greg Ross. Betty Moss. Joe DiMaggio.
In Memoriam.
That's in memoriam. Those are all the people at Linden Ponds who died yesterday.
That's right.
We will
When
miss
that bus crashed into the kitchen.
when the bus crashed into the kitchen and was so surprising that many of them died of a heart attack.
That's right.
Time for one more segment. We got some questions from Twitter.
That's right. Let's.
Good old friend the Bluebird, which is fitting because this place is a Twitter with Oscar Buzz.
Very great. Very good.
Hey, big win for Mindy.
This one comes from @QuinnBoys. Again, how many boys are we talking about?
He
Just
never makes
one or
it clear.
two?
He never says where he's from.
He never.
He never.
Not digging it really.
But he's a friend of the show though. So
He's
this is
sure.
his second time chiming in.
So he says, my pal Fitzy $5 foot long. Now that sounds made up.
And it sounds dated.
It does.
They're all at least $6.50.
That's right. Get with inflation, Quinn.
Catch up.
He says his pal has been unemployed for a month, and it's driving me mad. Do either of you old dingbats have a real... Now, wait a minute. I didn't read this thoroughly last time. He called us dingbats.
Call us dingbats. @QuinnBoys, you ignorant slut.
Anyways,
So Quinn's Quinn
Quinn,
boy,
do either of us have a real job? Now, we're both retired,
both retired.
as we know, but my old job, I was a license plate polisher for 30 years at the old factory. I retired from that with a great pension. Traveled the world after that.
Just polishing the plates.
Well, that became a hobby, sure, but not professionally, no. I traveled the world, you know, I like to think of myself as a nomad. You couldn't keep me in one place. Then I got to Linden Ponds, and I ran through my pension and disability, let's just put it that way, which is why my knees are just crap.
It's just beyond repair.
What was the question?
About a job. If we have a real job.
Professional podcaster, that's my job.
The question was, do you have a tragic story? And you are answering it.
I lost track, I'm sorry, in the story. It was so fascinating to me.
My heart is broken beyond repair for you.
Should be an Oscar movie, my life.
Hey. Although the Oscars were already filmed a week ago.
Jeez.
So.
Out of the running. For Gracie.
Maybe next year.
Next year.
For Quinn Boys, for years I worked at Herbert Nachtraub's orthodontist office as his secretary, which is ironic because my teeth are beyond repair. It would have been better if I'd gone to Nachtraub when I was younger, because he sure knows what he's doing. But you know what? He wouldn't take me. Because I besmirched the name of my last orthodontist all over town. I put up flyers.
Boy, those orthodontists talk, don't they?
And you know what? I handed it out to people who had much more initiative than Robert, so the flyers got put up.
That's right.
They actually got put up everywhere.
That's right. You shouldn't have put your full name, sweetheart.
Yeah.
That was your first
That
mistake.
was the first. The first mistake was never flossing.
That's right. Oh, boy.
But the second mistake was putting
That's number
my
two,
full
sure.
name on it.
They always want you to floss. I think they just got their hands in the pockets of big floss.
Yeah. Old Hollywood. when the floss company wasn't inside the pockets of the producers.
That's right. When Hollywood didn't have its mitts on all that floss money.
The mitts and all the... if Hollywood's anything like our show, the producer just has his pockets filled with Twinkies.
That's right. And broken dreams.
And broken... You know what? Robert had some good facts for us, though.
That's right.
I will say.
We'll give him some credit for that.
They were as interesting as they were true. Well, take care.